नमस्कार, वेलकम टू डिनामिक इकोनॉमी एंड इकोनॉमिक्स। आमतौर पर एलएम कर्व अपवर्ड स्लोपिंग होता है। क्या ये हॉरिजॉन्टल या वर्टिकल भी हो सकता है? अगर सरकार मनी सप्लाई को बढ़ा देती है या घटा देती है तो उसका एलएम कर्व पर क्या इम्पैक्ट पड़ेगा? इस तरह की स्थितियों के एनालिसिस हम इस वीडियो में आज करेंगे। तो सबसे पहले हाउ LM कर्व इज डिराइव्ड, यानी कि हम इसका इक्वेशन निकाल लें और इसके माध्यम से हमें यह समझने में आसानी होगी कि अगर सरकार मनी सप्लाई बढ़ाती है घटाती है तो क्या प्रभाव पड़ेगा और किस स्थितियों में LM कर्व हॉरिजॉन्टल या वर्टिकल हो सकता है। तो सबसे पहले LM कर्व का रिक्वायरमेंट होता है दैट डिमांड फॉर मनी शुड इक्वल सप्लाई ऑफ मनी। दिस इज द कंडीशन फॉर इक्विलिब्रियम ऑफ मनी मार्केट। Demand for money in Keynesian system is sum of transaction precautionary demand and speculative demand for money. Transaction demand is Ki, where K is constant, Y is income. Speculative demand function is given by this equation. L0 is a constant and small l is also constant. R is the rate of interest. Money supply is given from outside, that is the central bank decides the money supply and it is M. So equilibrium requirement is that sum of transaction precautionary demand and speculative demand should equal supply of money. This is the equation. Now taking this to this side, LR is equal to this, R is equal to this. So this is the equation of LM curve, or this equation shows the money market equilibrium. In this equation, this is the intercept, means this is the value of rate of interest when y is 0. डायग्राम में ये LM कर्व है। अगर y को हम 0 कर दें तो हम यहां रहते हैं, दिस इज द रेट ऑफ इंटरेस्ट, सो दिस इज द इंटरसेप्ट। इसकी वैल्यू इसके माध्यम से हम निकाल सकते हैं। अब ये जो वैल्यू है ये इन तीन चीजों पर डिपेंड करती है। L0 दैट इज ए कांस्टेंट इन स्पेकुलेटिव डिमांड फंक्शन, M इज द मनी सप्लाई and N is small l is the another constant in speculative demand function. So intercept depends upon these three numbers L0, M and L. अगर ये पूरा का पूरा बढ़ जाता है तो LM कर्व ऊपर की ओर शिफ्ट कर जाएगा लाइक दिस। अगर ये घट जाता है तो LM कर्व नीचे की ओर शिफ्ट कर जाएगा लाइक दिस। नाउ द क्वेश्चन, इफ मनी सप्लाई इंक्रीजेस, अगर मनी सप्लाई बढ़ती है देन दिस डिफरेंस बिकम्स लेस, सो होल वैल्यू डिक्लाइंस एंड देयरफॉर इंक्रीज इन मनी सप्लाई शिफ्ट्स LM कर्व डाउनवर्ड। मुद्रा की आपूर्ति में अगर वृद्धि होती है तो LM कर्व नीचे की ओर खिसक जाता है। सिमिलरली इन अपोजिट केस, इफ मनी सप्लाई डिक्लाइंस देन दिस डिफरेंस बिकम्स लार्जर, सो द LM कर्व शिफ्ट्स अपवर्ड लाइक दिस। अगर मनी सप्लाई में वृद्धि होती है तो LM कर्व नीचे की ओर खिसक जाता है। अगर मनी सप्लाई में कमी होती है तो LM कर्व ऊपर की ओर खिसक जाता है। मीन्स central bank can influence the position of LM curve through its money supply policy. Now we come to the slope of the LM curve. This is the slope of LM curve because if we differentiate it, dr dy, this equals 0 plus k upon L. So there are two variables, constant k and constant L, small l in fact, which affect slope of the LM curve. If there is increase in K, then slope of the LM curve increases like this. This is the LM curve. If constant K increases, then this slope increases and this curve becomes more steep. Similarly, if K declines, then it becomes flatter like this. Apart from K, slope of the speculative demand function also affects slope of the LM curve, and this is 1 upon L. If 1 upon L increases, then slope increases like this. That is, if speculative demand for money curve becomes steeper, in that case LM curve also becomes steeper. And if speculative demand for money curve becomes flatter, then LM curve also becomes flatter. So these two constants K and L determine the slope of LM curve. Now, in which condition LM curve becomes horizontal or vertical? First we take up the case of horizontal. For LM curve to be horizontal, its slope should be 0. So if K is equal to 0, then this slope becomes 0. And K is equal to 0 means transaction precautionary demand for money becomes 0. In that case, income has no role in determination of LM curve as well as in determination of demand for money. And in that condition, LM curve becomes horizontal like this. Because if K becomes 0, then rate of interest becomes fixed. It is independent of income, and LM curve becomes perfectly elastic. It becomes a horizontal straight line. For LM curve to be vertical, what can be the possibility? If LM curve is vertical, it means that L is equal to 0. And L is equal to 0 means this becomes 0. So income becomes fixed and LM curve becomes a vertical line like this, where there is fixed income left. Another possibility, when slope of the speculative demand for money is 0, means if demand for money curve becomes horizontal, in that case also LM curve becomes horizontal. So for LM curve to be horizontal, either K should be 0 or slope of the speculative demand for money curve should be 0. If slope of the speculative demand for money curve is 0, it means that demand for money curve is perfectly elastic and there is a fixed rate of interest. When LM curve becomes vertical, it means LM curve is perfectly inelastic with respect to rate of interest. And when LM curve is horizontal, it means LM curve is perfectly elastic with respect to the rate of interest. So the basic point is that slope of the LM curve depends upon slope of the speculative demand for money curve as well as on constant K. Position of LM curve depends upon these three constants L0, M and small l. Thus we determine the position and slope of the LM curve, and these have great implication for policy formulation by गवर्नमेंट। इस वीडियो में बस इतना ही। वीडियो पसंद आया तो लाइक करें, शेयर करें, सब्सक्राइब करें। वीडियो देखने के लिए आपका धन्यवाद।